All right, welcome to the Coyotes Curling Club 2015 Spring Training Bonspiel. Jeff Baird here with Corey Brown. We're going to be watching a few curling matches this evening. This is draw number 12. Uh, Slow Riders are representatives of the Lone Star Curling Club in Texas, USA, skipped by Wayne Garman. Vice is Lauren Borsa, second Rob Klein, and lead Pat Popovich. The four-play and hammer wine team from the Spruce Grove Curling Club in Alberta, skipped by Carol Larson. Vice is Darlene Smith, second Maureen Midori, and lead Natalie Dizioba. Thanks for leaving those names for me, Corey, by the way. Trying to make me look bad. It's early yet in this end. All right, so looks to me like we're down to the last shot of the end here for foreplay. A hit for three. And actually looks like red will have hammer. So this will be a hit to lay three. At least two. And this looks pretty effective here. Pretty well on the nose, just off, but stays in the ring. So yellow sitting three with the slow riders with hammer. Well, maybe, or they may just be this. That may be the draw line to the center. So I suspect they'll probably just try to draw into the 4-foot. They'd have a plan B, I think, of being a tad bit heavy and maybe wicking off the yellow to get to the 4-foot as well. So there's a couple possibilities that the vice skip will be checking out here. Yeah, the shot looks to be away. And sweepers are on it. Well, it is a hit. Slight roll over, nicely done. So 1 point for the slow riders in the first end. That's a well-executed shot early in the game by that fine skip. So, absolutely, especially with the pretty fresh pebble on the outside of the rink a bit. So well done. We'll turn it around, and we're going to go down the sheet the other direction. All right. All right, lead stones. Starting off the end. And this looks to be heavy. All right, so first shot's through. Looking to go to the corner of the rings now with yellow's first shot. Down one in the end, down one in the game, early here in the second end. A couple different options here, certainly. You could try for the corner guard, but also putting one in the rings and challenging the other team to see if their lead can make a clean hit. Might work out still okay. A good corner guard there looks like a good option as well. So red is calling to basically get a shot in the forefoot here. First shot for the lead player was a bit heavy, so I find that playing to the home side, the warm room side, the ice seems just a hair faster than the away side, so perhaps both these teams being from out of town may not have as good a feel for that. Yeah, but this one was well executed, right to the forefoot. And the four-play team will certainly look to take this red one off the forefoot. Probably if the skip had her way, roll to the outside of the rings and use her first guard as cover. Go ahead and use that corner guard. And certainly accomplished the goal of getting the redstone out of the forefoot, but did lose the shooter. So now slow riders trying to take advantage and draw behind the yellow guard to the outside of the rings. Are not aptly named. They are ready to go here. Okay. Well, skip went out to sweep, usually a sign that the rock's a bit short, and does indeed fall in approximately the 3 zone. Yeah, they must be. This is like the umpire is in a doubleheader, you know. Everything looks like a strike 3 here. They got dinner reservations at 8. Well, the four-play team from Alberta was at the baseball game with us all today. We all went to a spring training game as part of our Bonspiel, and they were a lot of fun. And they got a bit of sun and a few adult beverages, shockingly enough, and they're out there playing now. So this is good. In fact, they were trying to get hydrated before the game here with some water to try to get ready for this game. Their skip was out there buying a few waters for everybody. I think they may even been having urine checks to make sure that everybody who had clear pee. I don't know. That was a little more information than I needed, but this is just what I heard by rumor. So, you know your skip is serious about winning when they're going to check your bodily fluids. You may not. We may be over. We'd only be checking you for steroids, however.
Yes.
So
I didn't knowingly take anything, I promise.
you just use this cream somebody gave you. All right. Well, red had made a valiant effort to get behind the guard, but left a little bit open. Four-play attempted the hit, crashed the guards, knocked a red one in, and red sitting 2 with a little bit of cover.
I blinked and we're over halfway through the end, so red's got a couple in there.
Looks to guard, which makes a lot of sense here, I think, at this point. Yeah, looks like that shot's away.
Saskatchewan shirt
maybe right. Yeah, I think that's right. I thought that I'd heard that the four plays were going to be playing a Saskatchewan team, but that's just not what our program suggests. So I'm not
Disconnected from
100% sure.
spring training. Did they miss the memo on this one?
I'm not sure. They might have it.
And big end zones.
They do, and a center line. And we'd like to welcome Tracy Drummond to the booth. She of the back end of curling, adding a new phrase to that, or new meaning to that phrase. So we'll leave it at that. All right, well, a yellow draw, and very well executed, right to the button. Certainly still open, but the weight was spectacular. Looks like the call from the slow riders will be a takeout. Possibly to hit a little roll to the right might be nice for them as well. And that shot is just enough of it to go ahead and take that rock right out. Okay, and in this rapidly evolving game, we have red sitting two, and looking at a guard draw kind of line here. I would think a center line guard, short of the house, maybe even a biter, would probably look pretty good here.
Thank you, name, please.
Oh, the shot's away. The skip is, or the vice skip here is not going out to sweep at all. This looks a very effective guard here into the 12-foot. A little deeper probably than they would have had ideally, but they're certainly for now sitting three. They'll have a chance here, I would say, for the yellow to play a run-back double. However, with the kind of weight they'll probably be throwing and the angle at which they'll have to hit that top rock in the 8-foot, we are probably at risk for yellow to lose their shooter, but I think they'd gladly trade that out to get out to red rocks at this point. And I think we're having a little bit of communication in the hack about the shot and the line, and here we go. Certainly it was a heavyweight shot from what I could tell, and here it comes. Well, I got one of them out. That's still leaving red sitting 2 with guard coverage. And I imagine they'll probably try to reset that guard. So the initial guard certainly served its purpose and died a honorable death. So they're looking to take the same ice. I think the line they had last time was really just about perfect. So right at the outside of the 8-foot rings would seem to be the correct line for this shot. Yeah, the vice skips out to help with the sweep. There's all 3 of them going. And yeah, that's looks to be a fairly effective draw. I don't know that Foreplay can see enough of that red rock in the 4-foot to hit it easily and still stay within the rings. So perhaps just a lightweight tap through the port and hit and stick would be ideal.
I think so. Yeah, get it tested. So just looking to get inside of, as you mentioned, maybe hit that shot rock, just draw behind it. Looks like you have a draw point here and draw opportunity. So let's see what the outcome of the shot is.
And here we go. In this rapidly moving game, already an N2 here early in the 12th draw at the Coyote Curling Club Spring Training Bonspiel. Oh, here we go, and that's crashed the guard a bit. Knocking a red one in, but through the rings. And this will be 2 for the slow riders. So that makes the game 3-0 through 2 ends. Yellow keeps hammer, and we'll try to eat into this lead a bit. All right. Well, maybe we should switch to a another sheet here. What do you think?
With that end in the books, should be consistent.
2 for the slow riders in that end.
Moving over to sheet B, I think they may still be in the first hand.
And sheet B should be the big hitters against the Mavericks. Big hitters are represented by Coyotes Curling Club and Columbus Curling Club in Ohio. Skip is Hal McGrady. The vice is Dwayne Herberg. Second is Lewis Smack Talking McConey. And lead is Ian Coulter. For the Mavericks of the Coyotes Curling Club, Ron Wiebold, Les Colligan, Don Stevens, and Georgina Williamson. So I would say we must be on end 2 here as well, early in end 2.
Yeah, it looks like the second end for us.
there's a hit by the big hitters. Try to open up the front of the house a bit. Unfortunately, more of a glancing blow, and puts one rock into the 12-foot, back 12-foot, and keeps a yellow guard in front. So the Mavericks are looking to draw and see if perhaps they could use their tight guard to sit two in the rings, ideally one in front of the tee line. All three were out to sweep, and looks like they've just ticked the guard. So there's still two just short of the rings and a yellow one in the back near the 8-foot, 12-foot borderline. Hal McGrady, world traveler and storyteller extraordinaire, is skipping for the big hitters. And he looks to be calling Lewis for a draw to the button. Now he'd like to see if he could use those yellow guards to his advantage. Sweepers are again on this rock pretty steeply. Now they got off, and that's an effective draw. So, nice shot by Lewis into the 4-foot, behind cover. And the Mavericks are going to attempt a run back to get this red rock out of play. They certainly have a couple options here, so either one could be run back, hopefully fairly effectively. From their perspective, here comes, and tap back, and a freeze. So that's an effective shot. Sets them up for a tap back later if they're able. Red may consider guarding this. Or looks like Hal's calling for a draw. Get a second rock in the 4-foot, again behind cover. Perhaps could even gently wick off the yellow stone in the 4-foot and bump it back slightly. Might be another advantage here. Opportunity. And the sweepers are watching it. And looks a little bit heavy, and that's caused the red stone to be bumped in the foot. Keep the yellow one in the 4-foot, and allowing yellow to sit one end. And they'll be looking to complete the trifecta of guards in the front end, or in the front of the house. Just short of the rings. We'd call those tight guards. Long guards would be ones that would be closer to that heavy blue line, the hog line. And sweepers are watching it. This looks to be an effective guard. So, Mavericks sitting 1-3, in control of the front of the house. It's going to force Hal to call for a takeout. Probably ideally he would get the 4-foot rock to be doubled off, clear the center guard, and keep his red one in play. Oh, this is, right through the port and doubles his own off. That's probably about worst case scenario for him right there. All right, well, it's going to allow yellow another guard opportunity as they're now sitting 2. And even if they were a little bit heavy and tapped another rock up, that would probably be okay as well. And here comes the rock. It's curling a bit. And there's a tap up. So that should be an effective strategy. Well played as one of the possible acceptable shot options. Hal's calling for a guard. There does seem to be a port there. Whether that will easily curl through that port or not remains to be seen. But at the very least, he could test this line for his own shots coming up soon. They're sweeping it pretty hard. That definitely looks to be curling into the front guards and providing some extra cover for the Mavericks here. We'll give you a score update on the Mavericks game here as we're able to after a little bit. No urgency. So, Team Maverick with another draw guard line here. I think if they could plug that hole up, they'd probably be pretty satisfied. If it comes into the 12 foot of the rings, they'd probably be okay with that as well, or taps up their own guard to sit 3 or 4. All are pretty good options, so I think that there's an effective guard just over the hog line. Not leaving Hal McGrady a great number of options here in the second end. He may need to sacrifice his first shot here to clean out some of the guards in the front. So that at the very least, perhaps he could get to a position of cutting the Mavericks down a bit. There's certainly some opportunities to run back some yellow shots and attempt double takeouts, etc. Generally speaking, Hal usually prefers a draw game, so I would imagine that that would be his first preference if he could find a draw port. I'm just not sure one's there right now for him. It's possible he may be able to get around the long yellow guard, and if it started to curl enough, still get one into the rings, but I think that's going to be challenging, to say the very least. The better part of valor, I think, might be to take that yellow rock yellow guard towards the upper part of the rings as we look at it and attempt a double. Might open, at the very least, might open the draw port up for himself on the next shot. At this point, with basically the same idea on the other side, it'll be to run the yellow back, clear some guards, and off we go. So, looks to me like Our fine score counter, Corey Brown, has found that the Mavericks are up 1-0 as we speak here in the second end. And the hard hit from Hal looks to have inched another yellow stone into play, and yellow's now sitting 4, and likely to be throwing another guard here. All right, so Mavericks looking to throw another guard up. And yeah, that's effective. So Mavericks sitting 4, a pretty good wall of granite in front of most of their rocks. Hal's going to be in defense mode here. I would imagine that at this point he'd be looking to try to make a draw. I don't know that he'll be able to get all the way to the button, but at the very least he should be able to cut the yellow down and see if he can at least get him just down to 1 point. The ice has been having a lot of curl this weekend overall, so I think we have a little bit of a bowl effect with the ice probably being a little bit lower in the middle, a little higher on the outsides, and so even going farther outside as they are aiming right now, still come off the hill, quote unquote, pretty convincingly, and at least get to the 8 foot. Sweepers are on it very hard. It is coming down, and a wick off a yellow guard. Well, looks like somebody may have kicked a stone here, so they're going to be trying to figure out how to replace that stone where they think it would have gone. And certainly looks to be 3, maybe 4 for Team Yellow here. They're trying to judge a little bit. 3 for certain. Certainly when you're sweeping, it's very, very easy as you're getting into a crowded house in order to try to keep your focus on sweeping the rock, that it's easy to clip a rock with your shoe, and there it goes. So they've decided on an acceptable score, and off we go. So, if my estimations are correct, we're probably at 5-0 Mavericks over the big hitters here after 2 ends. Let's go over to sheet C and see the action there for a couple or an end or so. This is matching up 2 teams from the San Francisco Curling Club. Team Walsh, led by Sarah Walsh, accompanied by Kim Chapin, Melissa Aaron, and Kim Gallagher. And the Panik Attack, skipped by Barry Ivy, also with Mike Greenberg, Ryan Winterborn, and Brian Patrick lead. Walsh up 1-0 at this point through 2 ends. Panik attack sitting 1 with cover. Appears to be drawing, trying to tap something up, split the rocks a bit. Excellent shot. So sitting 2, using some of the red cover as well as their own, and looks, at this point at least, as pretty well control of the end. Don't know if the Walsh team can see the shot stone for sure through their port. She may try a hit with the idea that if that port's a little tight and she clears some of the yellow guards instead, that would be a perfectly acceptable second shot option. So here we go. The shot's in. It does in fact hit the yellow guards, knocking one out, moving both towards the middle, but not exposing the shot rock. And they will be looking for a angle raise just to get a third shot in the house, keeping a guard in play. And they're watching it pretty carefully, sweeping hard, hard, hard. I think they've got it. There's a little tap. And sitting 3. So a couple options. Try to blow up some of the guards in front. I think probably would be preferred. Making some attempt to see if they could get enough of the yellow rocks off that the shot rock would be exposed. Could try to run their own red rock into the yellow rocks out front, but I think trying to run this yellow one off was plan A and a good idea. And a straight nose hit replaces the red guard with replaces the yellow guard with a red shot, but yellow's still sitting 3. So, looks like Barry Ivy has decided to guard up and effective guard thrown, taking some of the possibilities of the red runbacks away. He would certainly looked at guarding the draw port on the other side, but looks like he decided that preventing the red run back was probably a little more dangerous shot for him in the long run. So Team Walsh will be trying to draw in. Again, our ice here is typically with 3 to 5 feet of curl, so I would imagine that This has a pretty good chance with the right weight to clear the guards up front and curl into the 4-foot button area. They're sweeping it pretty hard here. And they've just clipped their own guard out front. So may have been a hair light, which caused them to sweep, as well as, of course, worrying about the line. So panic attack, looking to place a yellow guard into the position guarding the draw to the button once again. So Barry giving some instructions to the sweepers. Perhaps letting him know where he thinks he'd like to end up, as well as if there's any plan Bs that he has in mind here, or how deep he'd really accept this shot going. I don't think he'd want it to be really any more than a biter. Otherwise, he would give Team Walsh a target to sit or hit and roll. And I think ultimately, short of the rings would probably be his preferred position. Line being a little more important than the actual distance over the hog line. Take a little wick off. Crashed in pretty hard again. I suspect that that draw port is still there. However, as we've seen on the last couple of shots, this is not as easy as drawing it up on paper and just making the draw. With ice with this degree of curl, the weight has to be almost perfect to get into the 4-foot button area here. I feel pretty confident in the line. Looks like pretty much the same line that they called last time around. So there's the draw. They had to sweep it to get it past the guards, and that still took second position, however. So I imagine that the panic attack would, with their last shot, try to come down to the red stone and tap it back just a couple of feet and sit 4. So looking at the edge of the D sheet here, as we're also watching C in this entertaining game, looks like the Runback Doubledays have a commanding lead over Team Anderson already, with a third end score of 5 for a total of 7-1 through 3. We still will go check out an end there soon. Barry Ivy's shot comes in and just misses. So, looks to me to be a score of 1 for Panic Attack. And away we go. So, Runback Doubledays look to be up 7-1 through the fourth or into the fourth end, and sitting 2. We'll get to that as soon as we can get some technical assistance to get that accomplished. Otherwise, we'll stick here with a tight game. 1-1, Team Walsh and the Panik attack. All right, so Panik attack setting the corner or the center line guard. Team Walsh setting a corner guard. And the Panik attack now looking at a come around. Use the guard that just threw up. And looking to get into the 12-foot or 8-foot area. Just skinnied past the guard and very effectively on the center line, top of the 4-foot. Probably overall couldn't have placed it there much better. Team Walsh going to look to use their corner guard now and draw behind. As the shot comes down, looks like that's over curled and is short. Panik attack now looking to throw a guard just to start cutting down the draw lanes to the button. Perhaps a stone that was just biting the 12-foot would probably be about ideal here. Shots coming on in. And a slight wick. And right to the biter position. Nicely played. So, Team Walsh will try to clear that shot that was just thrown. Perhaps getting a double takeout in the process. But certainly high priority to clear this guard and keep some of the draw lanes open as well as you can. Mission accomplished, so draw lane is back open. red shot stayed in play and is a biter on the 12-foot and counting second shot right now. So another guard is called. So a number of us attended the Angels-White Sox spring training game as part of our spring training Bonspiel. We had a bus rented and made shuttle trips between point A and point B, the curling club, and the baseball stadium, only about 10 or 15 minutes away. Pretty good time was had by all. Beautiful weather, a little warm, but I'd say for a lot of our visitors coming from cooler climates, some 85-degree weather was probably just what the doctor ordered. So that shot came in a little deep for Panik attack and has set up a possibility for a double takeout, and just hitting the outside of the yellow stone, just to the outside of middle, should take care of both rocks. But unfortunately, that one has flashed the house, and they'll have another opportunity to throw the guard. Always somewhat of a difficult shot. You can be used to the ice making some minor curving with even takeout level shots, but at the higher rate of speed sometimes stays dead straight. So another guard coming into play and coming into view now. And I think a longer guard farther out from the rings should be an effective blocking of a takeout possibility. With that in mind, Team Walsh is going to try to peel those guards now. And yellow is moved far enough out of the way. They will try to replace that at this point. We're having a few technical difficulties, so I'll let you know that the score in this game is 1-1 at this point. Going to the fourth end here. Looking for a guard just off the center line. And looks like mission accomplished. Alright, so Walsh has proceeded to clear up the front a little bit, but yellow's still sitting 1 and 3. And we're being waved at here. He does. Brian always has a lot of good shirts. That's certainly true. I'm not sure what the exact controversy is here, but something's going on. We got a lot of
Yelling and screaming, some sitting down.
sitting down.
This seems serious.
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened there. There's laying down now. This is
Oh, don't fall asleep out there. It's cold.
yeah. We don't want to have hypothermia here, huh?
It doesn't feel cold right now, but if you fall asleep, it's gonna be cold.
Yeah, in about 10 minutes you'd be not liking that too much. All right, so looks like we're getting back to some action here. Perhaps there was a bio break required.
Important stuff.
Okay, so a little guard perhaps here. Draw in behind cover would probably be okay as well.
So we are back here approaching the end of our 12th draw. Yes, draw number 12. Overall, um, 1, 2, third draw of the day. We're over on sheet D. You see, we've been watching for a little while the Runback Doubledays versus Team Anderson. This game closer than it was a couple ends ago. It looked like a 7-1 lead for the Doubledays. Cut now to 7-5. These are the Doubledays are a Holy Coyotes Curling Club team. You see Skip Darrell Horseman in the house there. Third is, I believe, Wayne Fleming throwing third stone still for this team. And Becky Nolan and Eric Kowal make up the front end. The Anderson team is a hybrid team. I know we've run into a few of those from British Columbia and the Coyotes Curling Club here in Arizona. The skip is Andrea Anderson. Vice tonight looks like Caroline Naso. Second is Sindra McKinnon, and lead Leanna Toms. I'm sorry. I can read, I promise. So you see, as this end develops, the Doubledays with a bit of a Christmas tree formation there, sitting 2 behind that shot, biting the 8-foot, and it might be 3, but I think that yellow rock in the back is probably the third shot rock right now. But 2 here for the Runback Doubledays, and I believe must-have hammer, as they were up 7-1 and now 7-5. So we'll see how this end develops.
We're here.
What's happening?
We've got some people from Hollywood actually.
Okay.
We're just coming out to just crash your booth.
Oh, all right.
We should have done a long time ago.
Really? So, all right, Hollywood Curling has now taken over the booth in Arizona. So, oh, so we only have one headset going on. Oh, stop.
I don't know. They said you did some nice commentary.
So, actually, there is a big game going on right now over in Sheet B. That's San Fran versus San Fran. I'm trying. There's a delay.
Stop swearing.
This is, yeah, it's YouTube. It's fine. It's working. So,
Watching, and they're curling people, so
That's why I said
So here's going to be a shameless plug for us. July 4th, we have our Bonspiel coming up. So if everybody doesn't understand that already, we've already sold out, but we will be opening up for 4 more teams coming up. So join on the wait list. That's a really good idea. We have our celebrity tournament that comes out on the Saturday night. Most likely, did Debbie say? Debbie McCormick said she is going to be showing up. Cindy, the question is, who else is showing up for the celebrity tournament? Do we have anybody?
We have confirmed Debbie McCormick. We haven't announced it yet.
Okay, well, Debbie McCormick is confirmed. She is coming.
Colin Hodgson,
10
who is
people
the
now.
Hot
Look.
Shots winner
You guys just
from.
got three.
Sorry, Cindy doesn't want to talk to you guys.
I can't hear.
She's,
There's a lot going on.
Colin Hodgson, which is the current Briar Hot Shots winner.
The Briar Hot Shots winner, Colin Hodgkins, is coming. No, well, Chuck, that might be a problem because Debbie, we let her bring her stuff from Gold Line, so it might be a conflict. Mr. Casey, you are a nutball. So, as a matter of fact, we're basically FaceTiming at the same time as taking over the booth here in the Coyote Curling Club. Unfortunately, yeah, this place would have been perfect with the fact that they just have some technical difficulties going on with certain things, but hey, that's okay. If anybody has not curled here, it's actually a fantastic facility. You guys have done amazing job, as a matter of fact. I'm still good. Oh, stop. We have a few individuals watching from California. Megan and Casey, yes, you guys are wonderful. You guys do a wonderful job for our club. And yes,
Thanks for joining us on YouTube. Is among the 10.
they are probably among the 10, yes, joining out. And, it's surprising that there aren't any more because this is, a beautiful night. Well, now, unfortunately, I'm being called away because we have to go to watch the Kings gameplay. So enjoy the rest of the game. No. They're being televised on TV. So they're actually playing right now. They're 1-up, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll figure that out.
I won't say mean things about the Kings.
Ah!
You guys like them, so you guys have fun.
Absolutely. But we have three teams right now in the D bracket. So unfortunately for us, we have two Hollywood teams going against each other at 7:30 in the morning, which is going to be a really good game because the skips of both teams are engaged to be married. So there's already been like a little it's fantastic. Both of them are going to be married coming up very soon. It's Marissa and Chris. They are wonderful individuals. They're great members of our club. Chris is actually on the board right now as we speak. Marissa is the team captain of the Bond Girls. So this is going to be a grudge match between those two tomorrow. Already the leads and seconds have been trash talking between each other. So we will see what happens on that one. And YouTube, you really must tune in tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. They will be streaming it live on, if you can't make it live, then hey, by the way, you can actually watch it again.
I'll be here in Carcass.
So we'll be here ready to go. Well, I may be here a little late, but that's all right.
I think I'll be here. We'll see. I may just stay here because there's really.
They have a cot in the back here. It's really fantastic. Nice little place. They have a little alarm clock set up, beds, air mattress. I mean, it's a really nice digs over here. So if you need it, you can do it. You know what? Those couches are very comfortable. I'm very, surprised. It's kind of nice watching eye level to the rink, and then with the monitors above going on what's going on. And I really have to go because I'm being covered. So, again, a shout out to all the Hollywood curlers that are watching right now, which is I think a whole 2 because the rest of us, 4 teams are out here actually at this club. We tried to stack the deck in our favor and it didn't quite work. But hey, next time.
Were you really winning? You guys had fun.
We all had fun. Absolutely.
More fun tomorrow.
Never.
You're not playing.
I'm not playing at 7:30, and thank God. No, unfortunately.
I don't even have
So,
to play. And I
yes,
won't be here.
Megan and Casey have a wonderful time, and unfortunately, I heard you guys had a really tough loss the other day, but maybe next week you'll be able to win that one. All right, signing off.
Thanks, guys. So thank you. Very many thanks to the Hollywood Curling Club. We appreciate them coming in and sharing with us. We appreciate being FaceTime bombed, if that's even a thing. I don't know. I'm pretty old, so that could be a ridiculous thing to say out loud. I apologize, but we love that they came out. Absolutely right. This is a great club, great experience, great ice. I know I'm saying that as a member myself. But can't say enough good things, and I'm glad everybody's having a good time. I hope all of you out there listening, those of you who are here or not here or close to here or maybe coming here, please come in, knock on the door, join us, throw some rocks on our ice. I think you'll be happy about things. But we appreciate everybody from the Hollywood Curling Club. 4 teams out here. That's fantastic. Half the number of the hometown clubs, as we mentioned earlier. Just 8 Coyotes teams in this Bonspiel this weekend, out of 32. So we have a great number of out of town friends coming in to join us. We appreciate them coming in. We appreciate their patronage. We appreciate them coming in, curling on the ice, and hanging out at the Broken Broom Lounge as well. So welcome you all to come out for that, and thanks again for bombing the booth. I hope you guys have fun tonight, and go whoever's playing the Kings. Just gotta say, as we move back to the action, you see we're moving through N6 rather quickly here on sheet D. We are into the final yellow stone, the final stone for Team Anderson. Still, the Runback Doubledays have 2 on the board here, so that would extend their lead that they're still holding on to. And that shot does look to be wide. Wide and heavy, and you see Wayne is sweeping pretty hard. That's going to go through, so a flash on the 8 stone, and an open draw. 4-3 here for Daryl, the skip of the Runback Doubledays, Daryl Horseman. He and Wayne are talking it over. Going to be a draw here. A good draw is going to get them up to 10-5 and reestablish the big lead that they previously had. Could be a game changer here, if nothing else. Like we said, they're sitting 2, so 9-5 at a minimum. Don't think there's anything going to change there, and just maybe add one here. So. So the rock comes in, and it looks like Daryl's a little heavy as well. But again, they were sitting 2 already, so it's going to be a 9-5 lead for the Runback Doubledays. At worst, they are tied for first place for the best baseball themed name anyway. Runback Doubledays, of course, an homage to Abner Doubleday, the alleged creator of baseball. We all know that story. He didn't really create baseball. They think he did it in Cooperstown. Now we have the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. If you want to know more about that, let me know. I'll tell you about it. But anyway, tied for first place, no worse, with the Bad News Bears. Might give Jeff and his rank a bit of an edge using the skip's name in the play on the baseball theme. So no worse than a tie. Maybe a little edge to the Bad News Bears. We'll see them out on the ice here in the next draw. But you see, turning around, starting end number 7 quickly here. First rock from the Runback Doubledays. Eric Kowal, the lead there, gets it into the 12-foot. Front 12, out on the edge. In the meantime, we are going to take a look around the sheet a little bit. We want to see where we are with scoring. So we'll take it over to A first, see how that one's looking. We know that one started up a little early, so that one is a 4-2 contest right now. Let's take you full screen to sheet A. The Slow Riders, Foreplay, and Hammer Wine. Let's update the score. It's no longer 3-0. It looks like it's 4-2. So we'll get that updated for you. And this looks to be the 7th end. So we may be awaiting another score here. If they're going away, it must be an odd end. So probably end number 7. We'll wait for the 7 placard to be hung. And once we get that, we'll update the score for you. While we await that score, let's move around the sheet and see where we are with our other games. On sheet B, we have a tie game between the big hitters and the Mavericks. The Mavericks were up 5-0. You saw they ran out in the first 2 ends, got up 5. The big hitters been able to chip away in the last 3 ends. Looks like a tie game there. Coming home in the 6th. On sheet C, we see that scoreboard there. That one is a little bit less close, like our game on sheet D. That's a 6-2 lead for Team Walsh over Panik Attack. And that one appears to be in the 6th end, just finishing up the 6th end. So let's take you back. On the overhead camera, we'll stick on A. On the the long camera, we'll stick on B. You can see that. Again, a tie contest there on sheet B. And Mavericks holding the hammer in that one. So over on sheet C, 7th end, as we mentioned, the Foreplay and Hammer Wine with a 2-point deficit, but you can see they're sitting 2 in the house here. About halfway through the end, this is going to be the last of the second stones for the Slow Riders. They're wearing Saskatchewan shirts, as we pointed out earlier, so maybe a play on the name Rough Riders. That is a football team, so maybe misses the mark a little bit on a spring training baseball Bonspiel, but we still appreciate them coming out, and we certainly appreciate the Saskatchewan Rough Riders. If I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong out there, YouTube, but I believe they won the Grey Cup recently. So congratulations to them, and thanks for coming out, Slow Riders. So you see the Slow Rider Stone there comes in, and it looked like they were trying to draw around a little bit. Does wreck on a guard, so we have one yellow rock for 4-play and hammer wine on the back of the button. That one looks to be the shot rock. We do have a red rock there hiding in the 4-foot, which is second shot, and another yellow rock in the house. So with the hammer on the red side here, Slow Rider's throwing the last rock at this end. We'll see how this one plays out.